Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another first impressions video. And today we are talking about the ASICS METASPEED Edge Tokyo. Now this is a new shoe I have got into my shoe rotation. First off, as a quick disclaimer, I bought this shoe 100% with my own money. It cost me £240 from Pro Direct Running. I have not been sent this shoe by ASICS or any other company. So this is my first initial thoughts of the ASICS Tokyo METASPEED Edge. God, that is a mouthful, isn't it? Let's get into it, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down the video. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a technical overview, how I've been using the shoe, and we're going to finish on my initial thoughts. Let's start with the upper. Now the upper is a very, very lightweight, very breathable upper, and I think they're calling it like a motion wrap upper. It is the same the whole way around the shoe, nothing fancy, very, very breathable, as you can see here. And what they've done, let's start from the back here. In the heel, they've actually added, let's get a better view for you here. Look, they've added some nice bit of cushioning around the heel and around the ankle collar just here, which sits very, very nicely around the ankle bone and just adds that nice bit of plushness in the back of the heel there, which is great. Well done, ASICS. I absolutely love this upper. It is really, really simple. It's very breathable. The lacing system is very simple. What you've got here, let's start here with the tongue. Now the tongue is not gusseted. As you can see here, it is a very, very paper thin tongue, not gusseted. But it's got this little loop just here, which the laces will go in to hold it into place. I mean, I've seen a few other reviews from other people, and they've actually complained about the tongue slipping down or it's moving around. I mean, I've personally not had that, to be honest with you. It's sat on the foot really well. I mean, these laces, these bitey or perforated laces really, really do hold the shoe, the upper and the tongue in place. You really get a good lockdown with these laces. I love these laces. They are, to me, they are critical for a race shoe. You know, when you're in that racing mode, you don't want to be worrying about your laces coming undone and the shoe to be moving around on top of the foot. These laces just hold it down absolutely perfectly. So another good job there, ASICS, really. So moving down now to the toe box. I mean, for me, I've had no issues with rubbing or anything like that in the toe box. I found in my UK size 8, I have found there to be plenty of room. I don't know about you guys, how you actually measure your shoes, but you know, I know I'm a UK size 8, but if I always have like a thumb width at the end, I know the shoe's going to be absolutely fine. I know it's simple, and it works. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, the toe box is nice and roomy. There's no bunching with your toes. There's plenty enough room for your toes to splay out nicely. Now with the specifications, I will stick them on the screen for you right here. Now the weight for me for this shoe comes in at 157 grams, which is about 5.5 ounces. For me, it is the lightest race shoe I have in my rotation. Apart from the Street Fly 2, that is. I don't think much can actually beat that, to be fair. But it's astounded me how light this thing is, really. I mean, it is a very, very minimalistic shoe. Let's say the upper is minimalistic. Midsole. What do we have in this midsole here? What we've got here is in the top half of the midsole, we have ASICS FF Leap foam, which is their new compound. You have a carbon plate which runs through the center of the two foams here. Now the difference between this one and the Sky is that the carbon plate in the edge is more aggressive. It has a much deeper scoop on the plate, and on the bottom here we have the FF Turbo Plus, which is the Peeper based midsole. But like I said, I'm not going to do a comparison video or nothing like that, because I've not got the new version, the Tokyo version of the Metaspeed Sky. I have run in the Skies before, not the Paris, the previous versions. But with the Sky, their plate is not as aggressive. It's not as deep a scoop as this one. I know, like, you've heard comparison videos before. I know they say the Metaspeed Edge is for more a cadence runner. I am a cadence runner, but I've had 2 pairs of the Metaspeed Sky. Now, I really enjoyed that shoe, and I was a bit... When I first bought that, I was like, well, is there that much of a difference really between cadence stride runners and the difference in wearing the shoes? I didn't pay much attention to that, if I'm being really honest with you. So, and this time what I've done, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give the Edge a go. It is supposed to be for cadence runners, so I'm going to give it a go. And, you know, oh my God, that geometry of the plate, for me, it made a real difference when you're comparing. I know I'm comparing older versions of the Sky, but I loved the feeling of the Sky. For me, it was like, it wasn't as aggressive as the Edge. It was kind of like a cruising shoe, a fast cruising shoe. I found the Sky to be not as aggressive, and it felt. I did feel you got more of a vertical pop. With the Edge, it's you get more of a low configuration of this plate, and which is obviously it's like a scoop, kind of like a scoop, and the effects that it has, it wants to push you forward. You want to go. You get that roll effect. That roll effect. It almost wants to put you through the motion of that that kind of effect, instead of that softness and bouncing like you would do in the Sky. And I have found that in my previous Sky versions, and I loved it. I really did love it, but I won't go into how I've actually used it for just yet, because I haven't finished with the tech specs of it just yet. Anyway, let's get on to the outsole. Now, the outsole, as you can see here, it is very minimalistic again. You get a lovely thin layer of rubber. I think it's called ASICS rubber. Exposed rubber here. You do get some rubber back here. Very minimalistic. I'm going to be interested to see how this holds up. I mean, at the moment, it's just gotten a bit dirty because it's getting very autumnal outside at the moment. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how this holds up. If this compares to the Sky version, let me hang on a minute. Let me see if I've got them about. One sec. Let's put this here a minute. I have. Here we go. See, this was one of my old Sky versions I've had here, and here we go. Now, as you can see here, the foam did get chewed up, but the rubber, it was just amazing with the durability. And if you're here, I don't know if you can actually pick that up. I actually wrote the mileage of the shoe because I was that astounded with how many miles I got on this Metaspeed Sky, the first edition. I got 931 miles logged on this shoe, and it held up absolutely brilliantly. It really did. I've still got another pair ongoing in my rotation. Now, I don't actually use them for racing anymore, but I do use them for like tempos and steadies. And this is my other pair of Skies that I've actually got in my rotation at the moment. I loved ASICS. I mean, again, as you can see, durability wise, you can see that, yeah? Durability wise, they've amazed me. They really have. But I'm not going to go into depth with those because it's not about that version today. It's about this beautiful shoe right here. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that this Edge version is going to be just as durable as my previous Skies I've had. And if it is, then fantastic. Fantastic. Let's get on to now how I've been using this shoe. Now, I first got this shoe last week, and all I've done in this shoe so far, I took it out for a 45-minute run. It was supposed to be a 45-minute easy run. It was an easy run, but what I did, I kind of did a bit of speed play in there as well. So what I did, I started off easy. I picked up the pace on the way back, because I did like a turnaround point. Picked up the pace on the way back, so I'm going to put it through some faster paces. I got down to 5k pace. I did like, what, only like 5 minutes or something at 5k pace. I was like, I felt just to feel how responsive it was. I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is good. It feels good. Slowed it down again. Then I went down to like steady pace, and I went up to about marathon pace, and it feels amazing. I love the feeling of this underfoot. I love the geometry of the shoe. I wish I got the edge, to be honest with you, on previous editions. I know the edge sometimes doesn't get as much showcased to the sky, and it doesn't, but I love the geometry of the shoe, how it actually just pushes you forward, and the feeling you get underfoot. And also I've ran a 5k park run. Now, you've obviously seen my previous video I've put up on the channel. It was my fastest 5k I've ran in 3 years. Now, it's not my 5k PB. I ran the Rutland Water park run in 1811, and I came 3rd place. And I used this shoe on the day. It was a whim, so to speak. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to do a park run. I feel good. I feel in good shape, and I want to test this shoe at 5k. I loved it. It was amazing. And the feeling underfoot I got, it felt so natural. This is just my personal opinions. It felt so natural for me, how I was going through the running cadence. It was just, I loved it. So yeah, that for me worked. And you know what? This is probably one of my favourite racing shoes I've had in a long time. And the only reason I went back to ASICS, because if I'm being honest, I got a little bit tired of Nike because of their durabilities. I was spending so much money on some Nike shoes, and I'm like, I wasn't getting any durability out of them. I know at the end of the day, look, it's a race shoe, they're not going to be durable, which I do understand, but you just feel a bit cheated after spending all that money. And especially with some of these my older previous ASICS shoes, they've been feeling so good even after so many miles as well. As you can pretty much guess by now, I absolutely love the shoe. It is a great race shoe. It is, for me, as a cadence runner, it seems to suit my running style. I love the comfort of the upper. I love the foam and the plate geometry. It just works for me. It honestly does. I mean, some people might prefer the Sky, but for me, I love the firmness. It's more of a firmer feeling underfoot as well, and I do like that combined with how the plate is set up. How will I be using it going forward? Well, I've got a half marathon coming up in 2 weeks' time at the APB Coastal Half Marathon. I'll be definitely using this. Will I be using it? It's at the Leeds Abbey Dash in a few months' time. I probably will be, yes. Thanks for joining me again, guys, and I really hope you enjoy my first initial thoughts of the ASICS METASPEED Edge Tokyo. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.